All right, everybody, welcome to the Simeon Henderson Show, where we're giving a voice to the people. I hope you guys are ready for a good show today. I have my good friend, and he's going to be ready to have some fun with us. Big John is in the building, so I hope you guys are ready for some fun because it's going down. We need a little laughter, and we need a little celebration during this time because we know times have been tough. But we're strong and we're resilient. And like I said, it's time for us to rejuvenate, okay? So without further ado, we're about to get into the Simeon Henderson Show. Let's go. All right, everybody, welcome to the Sip and Savor Hour of the Simeon Henderson Show, where we're giving a voice to the people. I'm sipping on my tea today because it's a little chilly outside, John. And as you can see, I wore my white, I'm sorry, not my white sock. I wore my club shirt in honor of you.
I love it.
Is that a sock hat you got on?
No, this is a Cubs hat.
Oh, I'm just checking. So anybody.
Military ones.
Right, okay. And you sang to the troops.
Yeah, I've been out to the Pentagon. I was at the Pentagon. I'll be out at the Pentagon again in November. Mm-hmm. I'll be out there singing for an event for Robert Irvine, and it's called Red Wine and Blues event. And then I was out there a year and a half ago. It was really impressive, and it was great. Made some great friends out there. Loved it, and it just made me proud to see everybody, doing what they do. So it's good stuff.
So for people that don't know, I'm going to give you guys a little back history about Mr. John Vincent and myself. Okay. So John and I, we played football together in college. John was, you graduated 1 year or 2 years before me?
I graduated. I went to Germany, played a year pro, and then came back and finished my degree in '95.
Right. So, that's right.
You played one more. You were playing in this '95 season, right?
Yeah, that's the year I graduated.
Okay, so we graduated same time, right? No, or were you 1 year after me?
No, I graduated in '95.
Okay. But you played in '95 also, right? Or no?
I played. No, '94 was that night. Remember the '94 season, and then it turned.
Yeah, so our last one was together. Yeah, I went to Germany in '95.
Yes.
Came back in the fall of '95 and graduated.
Right. Yeah. So you came back in the fall. So you graduated right after I did because I graduated in May. Right.
Yes.
So let's start. So everybody, John is a singer. I'm gonna show you guys something really quick, and because I just want you to just hear a little bit of what he does. Let me play something for you really quick, and then I'll get right back to you, John. Hold on.
What you were, just as long as you're there and kind to her, the one who loved you when there was no one else around, the one who loved you and never let you down. You broke her heart, you let her go. What have you done? Now it's over. You lost that one. So you hurt her real bad.
So I had to show that, John, because I mean it's so funny because I remember we would be in football practice in the locker room, and you would be singing, and it was just so funny. Your spirit, man, was always so uplifting, and to see what you're doing for people. So anybody that doesn't know, I just showed a clip. John is going out weekly and he's performing in the street, singing to the first responders and to the seniors in senior living and things like that, and just spreading joy and love during this time, and just being a giver, man. And what is it like for you to be? First of all, where did your love for singing come from?
I think my dad, if he didn't grow up so poor in Italy, if he didn't grow up, I mean, he grew up during World War II. He was born in 1935.
Mm-hmm.
And if he didn't grow up in such a hard time, a poor time, he had to go to work. He had to drop out of school in the third grade and go to work at that time. And if he could have stayed in school and if he had the money and everything, I think my dad would have been a great opera singer. He has an amazing voice. He's 84 years old now.
Mm-hmm.
But, World War II, after World War II was a real hard time, obviously, in Europe.
Yeah.
He came here in 1960 by boat. My mom and dad are both immigrants from Italy, met in America.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I got my voice from my father. I always believed that my dad has the much better voice, right? And he does. Oh, he does. I mean, my dad has a beautiful voice. I hate hearing my voice when I listen to myself sing. But yeah, I don't know. And then I just got into it. I wasn't really a football player. I didn't play football till I was a senior in high school.
Uh-huh.
And it just it gets to that point where you kind of like, I don't know, sometimes you just roll with things. And I found out as I get older, when you roll with things and just let.
Mm-hmm. And speaking about rolling with things, when you first started singing professionally, where did it start at, and how did it come about? Because hey, John, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me, John? I can't hear you. So, guys, we're talking to John. We're talking to John Vincent live right now, and he's going to come out and come back in. But we're talking to John Vincent live on the Simeon Henderson Show, where we're giving a voice to the people. Are you there, John? John, if you can hear me, go out and come back in. Go out and come back in. So, guys, we're talking to John Vincent live and talking to him about his singing career, his professional singing career, and the things that he's done. And he imitates Frank Sinatra, Louis Armstrong, and people of that nature. He's been doing a great job. Let's do a quick commercial, and then we'll come back because John has some technical difficulties. We'll be right back. All right, John, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, there you go. So here we go. We're back, everybody. And we're talking to Big John. John, so where did your professional career start?
I sang at it started at Rosebuds. I sang for fun at Doc Ryan's back, like when I was around 28 one night. I just sang there. We had like a little show just for fun.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day, a bunch of us from Elmhurst were there. But I didn't start till 2001 at Rosebuds, and then I came across, me and Coach Dick had crossed paths because they heard about me, and I started singing there in 2001,
Mm-hmm.
of August of 2001, and that's when I was able to quit my day job and sing full time. So I've been doing that ever since. I'm not at Dick's anymore. I left Dick's last year, and I got together with Sugar Factory, Rizzo's 365, and Treble Monsters,
Mm-hmm.
which who they run and manage. Kais manages so many different artists and everything like that.
Right.
Got a new place that's was supposed to be open up now. Obviously, with the pandemic and everything, we're holding off on that.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll either be around Christmas time late this year or even next year, just because we want to be sure and safe with everything going on. This is
Yeah.
something that's brand new for everybody, this whole pandemic, and I
Yeah.
want to tell people, if anybody's feeling uneasy or unsure, just read the history books. The 1918 Spanish flu, it happened. It came in 3 waves. My grandmother in Italy, she was 16 years old. She was sharing her bed with her sister at the time, who was 18.
Right.
And my grandmother's sister died of the Spanish flu. My grandmother survived.
Wow.
And my grandmother came to America, I want to say, in the late 50s. That's my mom's mom.
Right.
I talked about it on Facebook. Her name was Bruna Giovanoni, real tough lady. I mean, she had my mom in a wheat field during World War II, running away from the Nazis. And she had to cut the umbilical cord herself and cover my mother's mouth from crying.
Wow.
She would both been killed. Oh, yeah, the stories my parents tell me about growing up in Italy were insane, man.
Oh,
during
wow.
World War II. Like my father, he saw in Sports Illustrated, we talk about my other grandmother having a gun put to her head, by a Nazi soldier. And my dad seeing this at 7, and thank God they didn't kill her, but they grew up in a crazy time. And right now, that's what we're in.
Right.
Time, but we got to remember, the only thing that'll get us out of this time is love, kindness, and respect for every human being out there. Everybody needs respect, love, and kindness. That's the only way you're going to beat a virus. That's the only way you're going to beat anything in life, is with respect, love, and kindness. And I think every human being deserves that. Every human being deserves that, because life is short. It goes by quick. And I'd rather be kind and be happy and laugh and just try the best that I can, than be angry and be hurtful.
Yeah.
You
gotta throw a little bit of faith in there.
Absolutely. I mean, listen, I have total faith in God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit. That's my faith. That's everything. But I have friends who are atheists. I have friends who are other religions, who are Muslim, who are Jewish, who are Hindu, who are many different religions. And I respect everybody's religion. That's the thing I try to tell people. Be kind or be nothing. If you can respect people for not anything but their actions, just being a human being, respect other human beings.
That's it.
Respect their religion, respect their race, respect their gender, respect their sexual orientation, respect whatever they are. And as long as somebody's not hurting somebody physically or mentally, who am I to judge? Christ always said, don't judge.
Right.
You're not the one to judge. I don't want to judge anybody. I want to see people happy. I want to make people happy. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
And it's all in your actions and everything you do. Let me ask you this, John. Can you tell the people one thing you remember about me before every game in the locker room? Do you remember what I used to do?
Man, my brain is so bad right now. I want to hear it, though, because you're going
to. Do you remember I used to read my Bible before every game? Do you remember that?
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
And one day you asked me, I never forget this. One day you asked me, you was like, Simbo, what you reading? And I was like, I'm reading the Bible, And then you said, I noticed you do this before every game. And I was like, yep, I read it before every game. My faith is what has carried me from a little boy being illiterate to an athlete to overcoming and growing and getting a college degree and everything I'm doing now. My faith along the whole way is what kept me going. And when I talk to you, every time I see you, we always talk about that, meaning that, we have to love people and we have to have faith in God and things like that. And I say the same thing, John. You have to respect people for what they believe and who they are. And then you have to see the good in people. And when people have good in them, you have to embrace that and not make people feel alienated or different just because they don't believe exactly what you believe. And Lauren DeJulio, hey Lauren, she's one of the people that said she loves your singing. And this is the crazy part. I went to high school with Lauren, and she said kindness and respect 100%. Thanks, John. And another thing I want to ask you, John, is this. When you, and this is going to get into your singing a little bit. When you first got a call, I want to know how you felt about this. So yeah, I know you're like, what are you talking about? So I'm about to show you. So something happened to you, and it was amazing to see. It was amazing for me to see you get this and grow. But I want people to see this. Check this out, people. This is John. This is John. He didn't know I was going to show this. but this
Yeah, I
is
want to.
John. This is John receiving something that he so much deserved. Check this out.
Hi guys, how are you? Okay, sounds good. I will not say a word until tomorrow. I won't say anything. I'm shocked. I'm man, you guys are kidding me, man. I love you guys. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Go Cubs, let's go. All right, bye-bye.
Oh. That's awesome. We won't say anything. I love it. I knew you could call. Wow.
Today, I can't say it till tomorrow morning. I can't post anything.
Okay.
I can't post anything.
But is this crazy that this happened right now? This is a personal vlog.
Okay, you'll put this on.
Yeah, this is yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you can talk about it for tomorrow. Yeah.
While we were here, the news came.
The news came to us.
Friday at 2:49 p.m. John got the call saying, "Sing tomorrow night."
Wow.
Well, we can't say nothing anyway.
Okay.
That's awesome. I remember that.
I get the chills every time I see that because, well, and the reason is because that's proof that dreams come true. Dude, do you know how big it is to go to a Cubs game and stand on the field at Wrigley Field and sing the national anthem to thousands of drunk people? No, but seriously, just thousands of fans, because this was huge. What was that moment like for you, brother? Because I saw it in your eyes, man, and it was enlightening for me to see.
It was great, and what it was is it made me feel very just like grateful that the Cubs thought of me to sing it. You know, like they could have picked so many celebrities that would have easily done it, and people who were famous. You know, nobody knows who I am. You know, some people say, "Oh, he's a Sinatra singer. He does this." On a national scale, nobody knows who I am. You know, and they could have gone with any big name they wanted to, and they asked me to do it, and that to me meant the world. And you know, again, it's especially now during the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
During a pandemic, and I want people to keep remembering this. The most important thing in life is not fame or fortune or this or that. I'm not rich by any means. You know, I never save or do anything like that. My thing is, I don't have kids. If I had kids, maybe it'd be different. But I don't have kids and stuff. You know, my girl, I was married and we divorced, but we're seeing each other again. It's just that's just life sometimes. You know, and what I want people to feel is the realness that is inside of every human being. And you were talking about something before about, understanding and respecting people. The first thing I do when I talk to schools is I say, do you know that 99.9% of our DNA of every human being on the face of this earth is exactly the same? 99.9%, right? So we're made up of basically every one of us on earth is made up of the same thing.
Right.
And that's where you talk about, John, about do you respect people? Do you have to respect and do that? That's what it comes from. It's coming from a feeling of oneness. It's coming from a feeling of no competition. I don't have a competitive edge in me anymore. I never really, I did. No, I did. I should say I did. But I never enjoyed having that competitive edge. It wasn't something that I felt good on because I was bullied when I was a kid. So my competitive edge from hurt and from pain, which I think a lot of people do. I've learned a lot about just letting go of that and being more forgetting about and all this and that. It's the spirit. It's in us that'll be forever, right? The brain produces fear. That's the ego. The ego, there's only two feelings in life. Ego, which produces fear, and then the spirit or the being, which traditional love. And if we could follow that, life can become so much easier. And all that is need respect and kindness for people. We all have our bad days. We've all acted like assholes or whatever. But at the end of the day, if you cannot see people for people, if you cannot have respect, and I'm talking about every aspect of, we think financially having a lot of money. We think having a lot of money is success. It's not. Is that
Right.
really success? No. Your actions as a human being is what shows me what somebody is successful, by being kind. You know, I don't know if it was Gandhi or who said it. They said a society is judged by how we treat our most vulnerable. So
Right.
when the police me, hey, were you sitting there? You know, I suffer from OCD. I'm afraid of germs. I'm afraid of disease and stuff like that. So I was like, oh God, I got to go outside and sing, and you know, I got gloves or this. And I was nervous about that. But then you hear about these old people in these nursing homes. They don't have anything. They're stuck in the room and they're depressed and they're sad.
Mm-hmm.
And you say, okay, you gotta give something more. You gotta give back. You know,
Yeah.
you gotta be kind to people, because if we make it to an older age and we're vulnerable, you know, we'd want people to do that for us.
Yes.
But more importantly, it should make you feel good. That stuff should always make you feel good.
Right.
Always.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah. I love it, brother. It's so cool, man. And one of the reasons that I wanted to have you on the show, it wasn't just because of your talent as a singer. It was because of your heart as a person. And during these times, we need to hear things like this. It's cool to watch. We watch comedy, we watch buffoonery on the internet, and all these knucklehead things that are going on. But you know, I chose to take the route of inspiration and motivation and education, and just always being a light.
Yeah. I love that. I love that you do that. And I also love joking around and laughing. I think laughter is the greatest thing on earth, right? Especially if it's just hearted laughter, right?
Yeah.
Like, I like to make fun of myself. You know, if somebody calls me fat, I'm like, yeah, I am. Yeah, you're right. You know, I'm 350 pounds. Of course I am. You know, if somebody says something, when I was younger, things that used to get me angry, now I'm just like, I don't really care. Like, I don't care. I just peace.
Mm-hmm.
That might sound strange to some people, but if you think about it, don't we all really want peace at the end of the day? Don't you want to be able to lay your head on your pillow and feel peaceful and feel good inside, just by whatever means? You know, if it's opening a door for a stranger or saying hello to somebody that looks like they're having a bad, especially now, you know, we talk about this pandemic. But
Yeah.
people, do they realize that 18,000 people a day die of malnutrition before this pandemic ever started? Do people believe that there are people all over the world who live in extreme poverty, right?
Yeah.
And that's the stuff I started thinking. I started doing my bullying things for free. I'll go to any school, anywhere, and speak for free. So anybody who's listening out there, when it's all over with the pandemic, I'll go to any school, anywhere, and speak for free about bullying and just about being kind or being nothing.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm doing with these nursing homes. When the police, you know, we do it. We go out there, we do it for free, sing a few songs, and make people smile. Just life is better when people feel good.
Yeah.
Because life is fast. If
Yeah.
it's 10 or 100, it'll be fast. It's forever.
And I think people have to understand that and have to see that. And you have to know that time moves. It moves. And what you do while you're here determines.
You're breaking up on me, brother. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me? You're in a bad position. But I was saying, everybody,
breaking up, Symbol. I can't hear you.
Time moves. You might need to move to a different spot in the crib. You might need to move to a different spot. Yeah. But so we're talking to John Vincent, everybody, and I'm giving you a little bit of who he is and what he does, and him being a professional singer, and just giving. You can hear me now, right, John? You can hear me now, right?
I can't hear you, brother. It's breaking up.
I can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you.
Your words keep chopping up.
Oh, okay.
Okay, now I got you. Go ahead.
All right, cool. There you go.
Okay.
So like I was saying, guys, when you come into the realm of educating people and inspiring people and motivating people, it's all about your heart. And there's a lot going on right now. And what we can do is we can do everything that we can to shed light on the situation and just make people smile and make people happy. And so, John, one of the things that I want to ask you, what was it like for you when you worked at Dickers? When you worked at Dickers, what was that like for you?
What was it like for me?
Yeah, working with Mike Dicker. Everybody know Mike Dicker, the coach, and I got to come.
Oh yeah,
I got
yeah,
to come and see you perform and hang out with you and him and
yeah,
take pictures and all of that. And me being your friend,
yeah.
but also being a Bears fan and an ex-football player. So it was twofold for me. I had a ball. What was it like for you being around him as much as you were?
Oh, it was always great. Coach did like a second dad, and I still text him and talk to this day. He's always been awesome to me. I love him. I love Mrs. Ditka. I've met so many people through Coach, and I've sang with so many different entertainers. I had God, different places. I went to Copenhagen Olympic bid with President Obama and Mayor Daley did the Olympic bid for Chicago. I went out there and sang, and that would have never happened if people didn't see me sing it because I got to before with Jamie Foxx, which was amazing. That wouldn't have happened because that was at a Coach Ditka charity event. And he was just an amazing guy. He was so kind to me. I mean, and Coach always gave me was always just really, really good to me. And I was lucky to be there and lucky to be at Ditka's for that long. When I decided to leave, I just had a friend who runs Sugar Factory and owns Sugar Factory, and I met him a long time, and I had an opportunity for for some other options, and we do these shows now with videos and everything. And I left here in the fall, and I'm grateful for everything I've had and that was all due to Coach and Mrs. Ditka. That was definitely all due to them. It's all about loyalty. At the end of the day, man, you can't forget about people, what they've done for you. And that, for me, like, it's good, right? Just be kind, man. Just be there for people. It's not hard.
Right.
But we make it hard because of our ego.
Yeah, there you go. And you've had so many doors open for you, and you've literally been making a living as a professional singer for how long now?
20 years. Yeah. No, 19 years. 2001, it's 2020, yeah. 19 years I've been doing this professionally. I got very lucky. I got very lucky to be where I was, to be there at Ditka's, to be singing I've sang at a bunch of different events: the Cubs, the Sox, the Bears, the Packers, the Bulls, Duke in North Carolina. I sang at that, at Duke for the basketball game. That was awesome. So I had so many great things I've done and so many things that I really appreciate. But at the end of the day, it's the people I meet and the good people that always stick out to me. And again, the only way we ever should judge somebody, which we shouldn't, but I'm saying this in a way because I don't know how else to explain it. The only way we can, I don't know, if you don't say judge, I don't know what else to say, is by their actions. Too many people, try to be nice to someone so they can get something from from them, or whatever. What I love, another thing that I love is, treat the janitor the same way you treat the CEO.
Yeah.
Do that. My dad was a bodyguard, security guard at Sears Tower, and he always was respectful. He always held the elevator for people, was respectful to people, everything. And I just hope through all this, especially now, we treat everyone with the same kind of kindness we want to be treated with.
Yes.
And there's too much of this, keeping up with the Joneses, or who has a bigger house, or who has a bigger car, or who has this, or with. I don't have a car anymore. I don't even have a car anymore, and I don't need one. I live downtown. I'm like, I don't need a car no more. It's
right.
fine. I got rid of my car years ago. And I used to drive this big old car back in the day, and I don't need that anymore. I just want a simpler life. I just want to see peace as corny as it sounds on earth. I just want to see everybody coming together instead of coming apart. I want everybody to just respect people.
Yeah.
And that's all there is. That's it. That's it. Like if you want to have an interview, you can say what's the interview about? Well, empathy is the key to life. That's it.
That's it.
That's all. That's it. Putting your other people's shoes. When somebody has an issue, listen to what they're saying. Instead of if you see it on TV, people fight different political ideas. I'm not into politics. I'm not Republican. I'm not Democrat. I'm nothing. I just want to see people happy. I just want to see people together. That's it. I just want to see us. I don't know. I know it's a utopia, and I know that's like a dreamland. You think that, oh my God, but
it's not really,
it
John.
must be perfect.
It's not. It's something that can really happen. And I think let me give and everybody listening to John, let me give you a testament to that. What he's saying is so true. When I graduated from college, everybody knows I played football. Everybody knows I went on the pro football. I went on a pro football rant, playing pro or semi-pro and arena and all that stuff. I had there was a tryout in North Carolina with the Panthers, right? And I was scared to fly. And I was talking to John. And John was like, let's drive down there. And I'm like, what? Drive down there? And Big John, we rented a car. John picked me up at my place on Roosevelt. And we drove to North Carolina 17 hours in the car, singing, laughing. He did all the driving because I would fall asleep. And we got there. The tryout started at like I think 9, and we got there at like 8:40. I was like, John, my legs are shot. There's no way I'm going to be able to get out on the field and run after being in the car for 17 hours straight. But that ride there and back, it formed a bond with me and John. But it showed me right there. He didn't have to do that, people. But he got in that car with me and took me to help me fulfill my dream of trying out for an NFL team or pursuing a pro football career. And what I'm saying is this, John, that's selfless. And that shows in everything that you do. When you sing for people, you speak at schools and everything, you've done it for free, you've gotten paid, you've done it for free. And it's one of those things where you're a giver. And that's why God is blessing you and you're being blessed because you're a blessing to people. So I appreciate you for that, brother.
I appreciate you too. And just remember, that's life is just about existing in a peaceful manner. There's a Zen or Buddhist saying, the Buddhist existence is suffering. And it is, because sometimes we want. You have to learn to be happy with what you have. I'm not rich by any means. I'm actually, I'm not a saver, so I didn't save anything. But that doesn't bother me. What makes me want to move forward is experiencing life the best way possible. And to me, that's just seeing people happy, man. I mean, seriously, I don't understand. I guess I do understand. Because when I was younger and when I was big, I was angry. I did have times when I wasn't the happiest person to be around. I did have times where I wasn't just happy with myself. And when you finally become at peace with yourself and say, it's all okay, it's all okay, it's all good, just live in the present moment, you find yourself cheering other people on. You find yourself loving other people's success. You find if people are doing well for a good cause, you should be behind them. Why would you be jealous if somebody is successful and they're doing a good cause, right?
Yeah.
Now, if somebody's hurting somebody to get to the top and whatever, then you might be like, okay, that's cool, and that makes. If you see somebody succeed, we should be helping our brothers and sisters up and saying, prop them up, give everybody a chance for that happiness, that peacefulness of life.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, as you get older, and if we get old enough, if whatever it is, we had a friend who died of cancer. We have Steve Watwood died
Yeah.
of colon
Steve.
cancer.
Yeah.
And Steve talked to my father, and my dad had stage 4 colon cancer when he was 67,
Mm-hmm.
and my dad went to he's 84 now, and
Mm-hmm.
my dad talked to Steve, and after Steve being so brave and so stoic and just very, Steve was just one of those guys I always looked up to.
Yeah.
And Steve passed away at whatever, I was 48, 47,
Yep.
48, and you look at that and you see that and you say, life is short. You want people to feel good because it makes us all feel we're all connected. We are all connected.
Yeah.
Stop the separation. Connect.
Yeah.
Connect, because that's what makes us stronger, is that kindness and that love between each being that we can give each other if we just stop thinking with the mind, with the ego.
Yes.
Always the ego, because the ego gives fear. Think from
Right.
in here. Think from in here.
Somebody said,
Let this take over this.
yes, sir. Somebody said, Amy's watching. She said, it takes more energy to hate than to be loving, caring, and giving. And
She's 100% correct.
That's so true.
Very smart. She's a very smart
So
person. She's very smart. That's awesome.
That's so true, man. John, man, I just want to say, man, I appreciate you taking time out of your schedule, man, to sit down and talk with me and just give people some insight to who you are, brother. This was very enlightening and very informative, very enlightening. And who would have thought that Big John was bullied? Who would have thought that?
Yeah, I was smaller than everybody. I grew up, I was smaller than everybody. I had this same big head that I have now, this big skull, but I was a small kid with a little frame. I was the first one cut my freshman year of high school out of 110 guys when I tried out for football.
Mm-hmm.
And as senior year, they said, come on and play. That was, at St. Lawrence. But yeah, I was bullied, and I was too afraid to fight back and everything, and I didn't want to do that. And it hurt me a lot, and it stuck with me for a long time until I released it and just said, it's okay. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
This is life. You have to be at yourself, and then once you do that, you will be at peace with others. Because it comes from within, and you find that, and then you find the beauty in life. You find beauty in everyone. I mean, it's okay to say, hey, it's a scary time.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay to say, hey, we don't know what's going to happen.
Right.
It's okay to be unsure, whatever. Just take it day by day, moment by moment.
Right.
And whatever out of it comes out of it.
Man.
Worry, because worry's not going to help the situation.
Yeah, yes. Man, I appreciate that, brother. Those are good words. And it's one of those things where people need this. People need it. And where are you going to be singing it next? Do you know?
I'm sorry, Simbo, you breaking up again. What'd you say?
Do you know where you're going to be singing at next?
I'll be singing tomorrow here in Chicago, outside of a couple nursing homes.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be bringing that, that out there for 15, 20 minutes at 2 different spots. It'll be live on Facebook at John Vincent Live, on Instagram at John Vincent Live. So we'll have that playing tomorrow. People can watch from the comfort of their own homes. But we go to these nursing homes and go there and just try to spread some happiness. That's it.
Somebody asked, can he come to Elmhurst? That would be so awesome. Yes, he will. We're gonna set that up. Big John is gonna come sing at Elmhurst. I'm gonna be with him. So this is Priscilla Mello. So Priscilla Mello watching. We're gonna get Big John to come to Elmhurst because he's an alum, and I'm gonna come with him. We're gonna make sure he sings. So you guys have a professional actor and a professional singer in the building.
From what I thought I heard, you keep breaking up, my brother. But from what I think you said, somebody asked if I would come to Elmhurst to sing, right?
That's what I said. Yep.
Nursing home or something. Man, I'm sorry, but I can't hear you. It keeps breaking up.
Elmhurst.
And is that what you said? Somebody asked if I would come to Elmhurst and sing?
Yes.
Yes, I would. Yeah, if we can set, I'll go out there and sing. Of course. Yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. So if somebody wants me to sing out at any nursing home, if we can work it out with law enforcement and okay with it, because we have to do social distance, all that, I will go out and sing at nursing homes and, yeah, absolutely. Elmhurst, I went to school, so I would be.
All right, Big John. So I'll be in touch with you. I'm gonna look out for a couple of places that we can get you to go sing at, because man, the people need it, man. They need it. They need the love, they need the joy, they need the peace, and they need the encouragement. And you've been giving that, so we appreciate you. I want everybody check him out at John Vincent Live on all platforms. Check out his music. One of my favorite songs is "The One Who Loves," and I appreciate that so much, John. And if you wouldn't mind, John, as I let you go, if you could just give us a quick verse or a couple sentences of "My Kind of Town."
This is my kind of town. Chicago is my kind of town. Chicago is my kind of people too. People who smile at you, and each time I roam, Chicago is calling me home. Chicago is one town that won't let you down. It's my kind of home.
Everybody, Mr. John Vincent Live. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for taking this time this morning or this early afternoon to sit down with your old brother and your old friend. And I will be in touch with you, man. If you ever need anything from me, always feel free to reach right out. And I'm going to let the people go out with some of your music and say bye to the people, John.
Well, thank you. Again, I'm so sorry, Simbo, but I can't. It keeps breaking up. Our last connection, our last few things, I couldn't. But I thank you for having me on the show. I love you. You're a great person. I love the stuff you're doing. I see, saw that commercial and everything. That's awesome. Love seeing your success. And you just call me anytime. I'm here.
All right, everybody. John Vincent, here he is. Check him out one last time and make sure you go see him on all social media. But here's John Vincent.
Know what you were, just as long as you're there and
Thank
kind to her. The one who loved you when there was no one else around. The one who loved you and never let you down. You broke her heart, you let her go. What have you done? Now it's over. You lost that one.
Thank you guys for tuning into the Sam Henderson Show, where we're giving a voice to the people. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. And as always, be blessed. And if you guys would like to be a blessing and a help to the Sam Henderson Show, I would appreciate it if you guys would donate to the show. And you can do it via Cash App. All of the proceeds go towards the show. And we want to continue to get you good inspiration and get you motivation and give you a good show. So if you guys would love to be a part and help the show, the Cash App is right there. You can help us here at the Simeon Henderson Show. And I thank you guys so much. And remember to always be symbolic, simply your best, because being deeply rooted stimulates growth. And don't forget to stay safe during this time. Appreciate you guys. Peace.